Drake.
What's up, baby? How you doing? You
Good.
doing
What's
good?
the good word, man? What's the good word on your golf course out there?
The golf course is killing it, brother. It's doing great. I'm
Nice.
excited, man. We've got a huge party going on this weekend at the course, an ASU graduation. So really happy about that. We just built an 18-foot custom bar that we hand built. We put corbels on it and trim, and I got up with a paraburner and burned the grain, so it all came in really nice. And
Good
dude,
place to do some good shots and stuff, huh? 6,
yeah,
7
bro.
shots.
It's gonna
Nice.
be a lovely place to hang out and have some fun. We've got the big concerts that we're working on. We're gonna have Morgan Miles out for a show for New Year's Eve ish,
Oh, cool.
and then we're looking at doing either Morgan Wallen or Whiskey Myers out there in April, man.
Sweet. There's Veronica and
Right?
Joan. What's going on,
Yeah,
people? Jump
everybody's
on
jumping
in.
in.
Yeah, that's cool. So what about the radio stations? Radio stations doing good?
Radio stations are pumping, dude. The Bull is number one in the market. We just started the morning show on the Ram, so that'll be coming up. We got Matt and Pat in the mornings, and Pat, obviously the drummer from the best band in Texas, Winners, the State Line Band. So, what's up, brothers? How you
There's
doing,
Brett
buddy?
Cox. There's my buddy Brett, sound man in Tucson.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Get the Tucson folks rolling in here tonight, man, for the show for sure.
yeah.
Jennifer, what's happening? How you doing, hon?
Jennifer, Becky,
Robbie. Your
Kimberly.
show looked awesome the other night. Shout out to Jessica. What's up, Jess? Obviously, Jess is the brains behind the man.
Wait, so there was
The brains behind the hair. Oh wait, no, that's not it either, is
she's the man behind the curtain.
it? Hey, it's Pat from the morning show.
Oh,
Yes,
Brenda Miller,
we
Tucson.
know
Merry
Pat.
Christmas.
Welcome to
Hopefully
the
you'll be in
show.
our Tucson show, Brenda. You and John, Mark, Jeffrey
Hell yeah!
Keaton, Old Spanish Trail. Oh yeah, Rob Abuzuka. Okay, they're coming in. Cool.
All
So
right,
tonight we got Eddie Spaghetti. For
I
you,
love
those
it.
of you in Tucson, remember him as Eddie Daly. Daly. We'll talk a little
Right
bit
on.
about that and kind of catch us all up to speed. Yes, sir. Okay, cool, Brenda. That sounds great. The 18th, the Alto Theater.
Um,
Be there.
Jennifer, I'm not feeling better about my show, to be honest with you. I'm pissed off, but we'll let that go. They moved me off the Bull to the Ram, man. That's whatever. It is what it is. So we'll rock wherever we're at, but I appreciate your support, hon. All right, so should we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. What's up, brother?
How are you guys?
Excellent.
Loving, loving life. How you doing, man?
I'm all right.
I'm digging the hat, brother.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, you guys are
Uh,
like twins and shit.
Yeah, we
Twinsies.
gotta start a band.
We ought to. Hell yeah. Why not, man? Let's do it. I got a venue and a
Well,
radio
right
station,
on.
so we can
That's
promote
good.
ourselves.
I don't have a venue.
and several radio stations.
So we can promote the hell out of ourselves.
Well, good. Play our songs on the radio and everything.
That's it, man. We'll get Pat and the State Line Band to back us up, and we'll rock this shit.
Fuck that. We'll do it ourselves, man.
Pat's my partner. I got to bring him in, man.
All right.
He's a drummer. See, you might need a drummer.
Right? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So, yeah, looking like a rockin' cowboy. Welcome, Eddie. Veronica says, Expendable Pawn, Eddie, Kim, Eddie. They're all coming in to see you. So, you're getting that Tucson crowd coming in here, Eddie. Let's talk about
Nice.
Tucson. You grew up in Tucson?
I did. I spent my first 21 years of my life there, I guess. 22 years of my
Nice,
life
brother.
in Tucson, Arizona.
Hell yeah, brother. What was that like growing up in Tucson, one of the hottest
Shitty.
cities in the planet?
I hated it. I could not wait to leave. I really loathed every second that I had there. Or so I felt. Now, of course, I look back on it with, the gleam of nostalgia working for it. And when I go back now, it's nice. It's the downtown's all really renovated, and everything's gentrified, and they let the gays in and they fixed it all up, and I love it now. And I could actually see myself living there again. But as
I
a
gotta
kid, man, I hated it.
I gotta tell you, dude, I went out to Tucson to see Robbie and Jack Russell's Great White play over there. What was the place you played, Robbie?
Encore,
The
I think.
Encore.
Yeah.
Dude, I almost moved out there. I fell in love with Tucson.
Yeah,
But
it's
I'm also in
nice.
West Central Texas, so anything looks prettier than this.
Yeah, that's an ugly part of the world.
Buddy, it's a damn good place to live, but an ugly view.
Yeah, what town are you in?
I'm in San Angelo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you haven't heard of that one.
I don't think I've ever been.
Yeah, we're like
And I've
right
been
on the
everywhere,
cusp,
man.
right? That should be a song,
That should be. We could name all the places they've been and
right? I've been
make them
everywhere,
rhyme.
man.
Be real quick
Hell
about it.
yeah,
It'd be great.
that'd be cool. So, what was the passion for music, man? When did it start for you?
I think I was about 12 years old. It was, this will date me quite a bit. It was 1978, I believe it was, or 79, maybe. No, 78. My Sharona came out, and that song, something about it, made me have to be in a rock band that day, and I never really stopped wanting to do that.
I
Did
hear
you
it, man.
play in a band before We're Here? Was that the first? Because that's the first time I saw you is when you joined up with those guys.
Oh boy, that's putting it back there. Not really. I don't think that was probably like the first real band that I was trying to be in. Although, we were just dumb kids, just emulating, what was popular at the time. But
Yeah.
it was fun. It was a great learning, uh, thing for me as a kid. I must have been 16 or something like that when I was in that band. So yeah,
Wow.
it
Yeah.
was early. I haven't
Yeah, it
heard
was.
anybody mention We're Here in forever.
Well, you know what? It's weird because then I got a message last night, two of them within 5 minutes that I don't know if you remember Mike Turner, guitar player from that time. He passed away this past weekend, and somebody sent me a message, and then within like 2 minutes, I got another message that Eddie Dean had passed away, and I'm like, what? Go, this
Eddie
is really
Dean
Wow.
weird.
passed away?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and Jim Phillips, you probably heard, had passed away a few years ago, so half of that We're Here band is gone.
Wow. I had no idea either one of those guys had died.
Yep.
Wow.
Both of them had. I was kind of surprised about Eddie Dean. I mean, I was like, what? What
Yeah, he
happened?
was he was always such a physical fitness nut even back then. I don't know what he was like. I haven't talked to him since 1985 probably, or 84 even. So
Yeah, I
but
hadn't seen him in years, but I saw pictures of him and he looked good. He looked healthy. I'm going, something happened.
I wonder what got him.
Don't know. Don't know. But I was kind of like, wow, it's a little bit kind of I don't know what the word would be, but when you hear that, you're just kind of like, wow, this is a bummer.
Yeah.
It's part of your past, and it's
Yeah, for sure. I had a great many experiences with Eddie Dean. We did a lot of really fun things together and had some real formative experiences with him. He was like a guru to me as a kid. He was real cool.
yeah.
He was into this thing called est, which, like, I guess it kind of predates Scientology or something like that. It was like this weird, like, I don't know, mental improvement stuff that he would go through, and he would have a whole band do like these weird mind exercises and like stare at each other and really just look at each other, dude. All this weird heavy stuff.
Wow.
It's
You know,
interesting though.
it's funny because I remember him. We played a party out in the desert that was called Buzz 3, and he came up to me. And it's the first time I met him. He goes, and he introduced himself, and he goes, I'm going to start a band, and I'm going to call it We're Here. And I went, okay. He did.
When he told me that was the name of the band, I was like, oh well, that's got to change immediately.
Yeah,
And
right.
we never did. I don't know why.
He
I
never
don't know
changed
how
it.
I allowed that to happen, but I
I
went
kind
along
of
with it.
dig it. I kind of dig it, to be honest with you.
Really?
I do, actually.
So
We're here.
it
Deal
always
with
just
it.
seems so stupid to say. What's the name of it? We're here. What?
Yeah,
It's
right.
always
Beware.
followed with a what.
Right?
So then I
Oh,
went on to
man.
name my band the Super Suckers. So what did I learn? Nothing.
I,
Absolutely
I,
nothing.
I gotta know what possessed you to call your band the Super Suckers,
I
bro.
know. It
Oh,
Tell
has
them,
to do
Ronnie.
okay.
it has to do with the movie.
Yeah, like some sort of a weird illicit movie that you'd see in the back of an adult magazine. Um,
Okay.
the band had a show and we needed a name. And so we used to do this thing where we would play, and we had a lead singer at the time, and he would read from the backs of these magazines all these goofy titles for all these films, and one of them was the Black Super Suckers. So we thought, well, that's funny. We'll call ourselves that for this show, and then we'll change it. And we never did.
So did you come out with the big 70s stashes and grease back
That
hair?
was the vibe. We were kind of going for like a punk rock disco sort of a vibe,
Right.
and we had like all these sort of like disco influenced sort of grooves that we would try to have our lead singer at the time just kind of riff over. And yeah, so that was maybe that was why it appealed to us to be Black Super Suckers. It was either that or the Cock Hungry Studs. So
yeah,
could have been worse.
I think I would have went with Super Suckers, man.
Yeah, it could have been
You know,
Yeah.
we just really like chicken.
Right? That's what it was, brother. That's what it was. Mark says something. Me and Steve are used to go to the same fucking parties out in the wash. What's the wash?
Wash, Pantana Wash, maybe, or 17 Poles. I don't know. One
probably
of these
17 poles. There's so many washes out there. There's just
there's a lot of. They're probably all developed now, but when we were kids,
they
it was
are
on this open desert out there that we would just go throw a bonfire, and somebody bring a keg, and other people would grab the EGs and spike it with the Everclear, and boom.
That's right.
Party time.
That's right.
Wow.
That's what would happen. I mean, it was like 17 poles. It's all houses now. All that stuff, the pits, all that stuff. It's all gone. It's all housing.
Yeah.
Dan Felger says, "What about Brad Siebert?"
Brad Seibert. Yeah, I haven't talked to Brad in a number of years.
I don't know. I wonder if he's still a prick.
Oh, he said Bushy's wash. Bushy's wash was what he was talking about.
Bushy's wash. I know a Mike Bushy from Tucson.
I knew a lot of bush that needed wash, but other than that, I have no idea. Oh, great. My mom just popped in. Hi. We retract that last comment and take no responsibility.
My mom, potty talk.
Right? All right.
But after we're here, wasn't there a Ty Pink, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah, that was when we kind of stopped trying to be a heavy metal band and started actually kind of writing songs. And it was like when I guess the whole thing became real to me was when I joined up with this fellow and I, who we formed Ty Pink. We were just like, basically we're trying to be like Hanoi Rocks, but that's what led us to writing original material, and that wound up being a really cool thing, just to have been a part of at all, because I learned a lot about how you make up a song with this guy Billy Bowers, who is now Brendan O'Brien's Pro Tools engineer.
Oh wow!
So cool. He has stayed in the music business as well.
I mean, that band gained some traction for a while. You guys were getting, you would hear about you guys. You're playing shows. I think you're mostly down at 4th Avenue, though, right? Is that right? Or parties?
Yeah. We were actually courted by A&M for a little while, which was exciting for kids. The same guy who wound up signing Soundgarden at the same time. So
oh wow.
He was. I remember the guy was saying, "Yeah, I'm looking at this other band up in Seattle, and I'm looking at you guys," and we didn't think anything of it. Like, we didn't realize, well, they're going to choose one of us. We just thought, cool, A&M's after us.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't they give you money for a deal or a spec deal or something for recording, or there was something involved in that? I don't recall.
Yeah, I think they did. They gave us a few grand to record a few songs. That must be why those demos sound so good. They still sound good to this day, I think. When you hear those you can hear it on YouTube. I think is the only way you can access it. But there's
cool.
Some Ty Pink demos that actually the recordings of them sound pretty acceptable, especially coming out of the 80s as they did.
Where'd you guys record at? What studio?
I don't remember. I know that we did some stuff at the Sound Factory, but I think most of it was done at this buddy of Billy's in his garage.
Okay.
And Billy kind of was the producer of the tracks, and he did a great job.
See, that would make sense because Steve English with the Sound Factory, I mean, the guy was a nice guy and all, but he had one sound for every band. It just,
Yeah, and we have examples of that. Tons of reverb on everything.
yep.
Yeah,
He had his
yeah,
reverb chamber. You put your amp in there, and that whole, he just everything was the same for every single band. It's like, no,
yeah,
it's not
yeah. That
working.
guy. Okay, and that was like the first time I was ever in a real studio was with
Same
him.
here.
So I had no idea what to tell him not to do.
My first studio was in his place too. Very first recordings I did was at his place, and what do you know? You're like, this doesn't sound good, but I don't know what to tell him to do.
Right. I
Hey,
don't know how to fix it. Just know it doesn't sound like the music I like.
exactly. Hey, put the mic up to the speaker. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
These guys recording the guitar from across the room. I'm like, okay. It's
This show
interesting.
is much more fun when we're talking shit about people, isn't it?
It makes my life easier, to be honest with you. So, did you just have a pair of sunglasses in your hand?
Oh no, I have my regular guy glasses in my
Oh,
hand.
I was like, this dude's so fucking cool. He's got a pair on his face and a pair in his hand just in case.
No, I got my readers too in case I want to read comments. Choo-choos. Yeah, choo-choos. Yeah, that's cool.
Right?
Mud Drake. Rockefellers. Mark Newman was the ship. Blah, blah, blah. Oh,
Casey
Kathleen
says,
Farrell.
big fan,
Great
Hung Over
weapons.
Together is one of my favorite songs. Casey, you've
Now,
Oh,
mentioned
right
that
on.
song a few times.
so what happened? How did you end up leaving Tucson? I never heard the story of that. When did you decide? What happened? What was the catalyst to getting out?
Well, we always thought we should leave Tucson. Even in Thai Pink, we were talked about moving, and um, Billy wound up going to LA, which is where I did not want to go. I was kind of really anti going to LA because that's just what every band from Tucson did, right?
Yep.
You go to LA, and it's close enough. It makes logical sense, but I wasn't having it. It felt too like the thing to do. So I had a buddy who had moved from Phoenix up to Seattle, and he reported back positively on Seattle, mainly about the weather, how you could wear a leather jacket into June there. And that seemed really awesome to me, growing up in Tucson. But
Right.
and then the other town we wanted to move to was New Orleans, just because it seemed cool. Like we thought, well, that'd be cool. And we flipped a coin, literally flipped a coin, and Seattle got the coin toss, and we moved to Seattle. I think we formed the band in November of '88, and by May of '89, we were in Seattle.
Wow.
Wow. That's quick.
Wow. No kidding.
And we thought, we're going to move to Seattle and be the greatest band they've ever seen. Who's from Seattle? Who? Heart? They're not relevant anymore. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, he's dead. We didn't know anything about all the bands that were already going on up there. Mudhoney and Soundgarden, Nirvana, and all these bands were already happening. And there was like this big Mother Love Bone was already going on up there, and
Right.
we were kind of like, oh shit, what did we do? What did we get ourselves into here? We're in way over our heads. But and we learned a lot. Everybody was super supportive and gave us the benefit of being like one of the only bands to have ever moved to Seattle at that time. Nobody had done it yet, but shortly after we did, a lot of people were. So
Everybody started doing it. Once Nirvana
yeah,
hit, everybody had to go there to be, the next Nirvana.
yeah. When we got up there, one of the first jobs I had was stuffing records up at Sub Pop, and I heard the Nirvana Bleach demo. I guess it was the pre. I don't know what do you get before the record comes out. I don't even remember what that's called anymore. But I heard it. I was like, oh my god, these guys are from here. It's so good. It was just unbelievably good.
Wow. So
I
that's, and
lived
then
up
of
there
course,
for a while.
what's that?
I lived up there for a while.
Did you really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I lived in Everett,
Oh
little
yeah,
suburb of Seattle. Yeah.
Everett Aqua Sox.
Yeah, exactly, brother. And in Kent. And I remember coming back to Colorado and telling everybody about this dude called the Green River Killer who was
Mm-hmm.
preying on everybody. And they're like, dude, you're full of shit. And then it was, 20 years later, they caught his ass.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, my buddy, the guitar player in my band now, Metal Marty Chandler, is from Kent.
Really?
Yep.
Kent was a weird place, man. It backed right up to that Green River, and you go 2 steps out in the woods and get lost for days. Of course, we were eating
Yeah.
the mushrooms growing that wild everywhere, but that probably didn't help.
Yeah. When I when, when I first got to Seattle, somebody had mushroom tea, and I thought that was fake.
No,
So I drank like 3 glasses of it, and just had the craziest night of my life.
right? Yeah, I had those times too. You used to strain it and drink it, and
It's like,
tasted
you guys are
hideous,
bullshitting. This ain't real.
right?
It's totally real.
Oh, totally real. Yes, sir. Yeah, and then
I went on a
there was
vision quest, man.
right out in the woods finding my
Yeah.
spiritual animal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. Mount Rainier floating out there in the distance. Yep, that's exactly it. Kathleen Farrell, Mom, you already know I drank the mushroom tea. Don't settle down already. Mount Rainier, one of my favorite places. Rainier beer, not good,
Rainier beer, yeah.
not good. But yeah, they had curfews on what time you could walk the path on the Green River because they had bone season and stuff up there when the water would get down low enough to turn up the bodies. It's craziness.
Yeah.
It's a cool place though. Seattle was a cool place.
Sure is. I loved it. I lived there for 25 years.
Did you
You're
really?
still there? You're still there then, right?
No,
Oh, you're not.
no. I moved. Where did we move? We moved to LA for a little while. I had some cancer, so we had to move to LA to get the treatment for that. And then we moved. I moved to Yuma for a year, and then now
Wow.
we're living in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wow.
hell yeah. So you're right down the road from each other then, really?
Yeah,
It's
pretty
beautiful.
close, really.
Yeah.
Where are you
Did
at
you
now,
ever,
So,
Bobby?
what's that?
Where are you at?
I'm in Santa Ana, Orange
Oh
County.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
hell yeah, man. So you
Hey
had
guys,
Aura.
it's cool to catch up with you guys. I gotta go. I got a kid here that needs some assistance.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
gonna have to cut this short, I guess.
Yep.
No
No
worries,
worries.
brother.
No worries.
All right. Take care, buddy.
All right, cool, man.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Later.
All right. No worries. So, Drake, tell me about your week.
My week has been great, dude. Actually, just working my ass off as usual, man. I
What's
love
that?
it. Mom alert, Veronica says. Yeah, I get it. Mom was in there. So, yeah, the week's been great, brother. Working hard, trying to line out Morgan Miles to come out here in December and early January to do a couple shows. Um, Working the golf course and doing what I do, brother.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing pictures of the new bar and the stage when you guys get that put in. Are you getting the
Right.
stage put in?
Yeah, we're actually building the stage. And then the stage outside, so we got a driving range that's like, I don't know, 50, 60 acres, something like that.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring in portable stages that, you can put light arrays and all that fun stuff. And you can put 10, 15,000 people out there pretty easily and do some big shows out there. So we'll do live music inside on the small stage, like acoustics and stuff during the weekends, and have the bar raging at nights, and then do the big shows out back.
Cool. And that's you
Why
guys
don't
should
you?
have
What's
enough
that?
room to do pretty big concerts there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about Morgan Wallen and Whiskey Myers and acts like that, Coetzel, stuff like that. So Alan Jackson, maybe bring in some big rock shows too. I had a guy sitting in today eating lunch, and he was like, "Man, you do concerts at the J." He says, "Well, my brother is the bass player for Queensryche. We'd love to have him over here." And I was like, "Well, that'd be fun. I like
Hmm.
Queensryche.
Queensryche would be great. They're a Seattle band.
They are a Seattle band."
And in fact, the time when he was up there, I mean, those guys were hitting pretty big at that time.
Yeah, I was always a fan of theirs, man.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson, huge fan. Yeah, aren't we all? You got the three kings of country. You got George, Garth, and then Alan. That'd be badass. What's up, Jeanette? All the way from Oregon. How you doing, hun? Berner says my week has been hell. It actually has. So we started the show on the Bull radio station, the Matt and Pat show, and did it for about 2 weeks. And somebody didn't like it, so they said, "Hey, we're going to cancel that." And And it actually had a pretty good following here in town. So it's been kind of a hell week, to be honest with you. It was a real gut check moment. But
Who didn't like it, or you can't spell it out?
I think it was really the program manager, dude. Kind of got his panties in a wad, to be honest with you. But
so they canned it.
yeah, they canned it, which it is what it is. The station's great. It's a really good station. It's doing well. I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of the other station too, the Ram that we are going on. But yeah, it was kind of gut check moment there, Jennifer. I appreciate you being so supportive over all that. It's been a long week. But the bar is kicking ass. We've been killing it, dude. I can't wait until it's full up and going. Me too. Send all your letters to Prophecy Media Group, Waco, Texas. No, I'm just playing.
There you go.
Nah, I mean, it makes sense. It's the number one station. You don't screw with the number one station and throw programming on it if you don't have to.
Yeah. Wow.
That's me being politically correct.
Well, it's number one station. What are you going to do? Keep it at number one.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mess with something that's not broken, I guess.
I guess.
Fix the other station. So what the fuck was that about, dude? I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to bite my tongue anymore. What the fuck was that about?
But, I don't know, but I'm like, that's okay. Bye.
Like, seriously. Yeah.
Spit it out. Spit it out, Drake. Let's hear it.
All right. So if you're a washed up, never has been, fucking get a chance to fucking be something and can't fucking take 30 minutes to sit down and talk to somebody, then you don't have any fucking rights coming on here.
Well,
pretty much. That was fucking the most disrespectful stupidity I've ever seen. Plus, he had to be, banged to get on here, 30 seconds before we went live. And then you're sitting in a fucking coat closet. You look like you're living in a fucking trailer out in the middle of nowhere with 2 coat closets behind you. Whatever, dude. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well.
Excuse my language.
Is that all you got to say? Tell us how you really feel. It was a little odd, but I was just like, yeah, okay, see you.
Dude, I mean, seriously, come on. Like, we've had some of the fucking best and biggest names in fucking rock and roll and country and shit on here, and we give you an opportunity, and you fucking, oh, man, I gotta go. Like, if your kid got hurt or something like that, I give it to you, whatever. But that was some stupidity. That was like, hey, my high's wearing off, and I gotta go for a minute. I'm gonna jump in here and talk about doing drugs and name on my band about a freaking, and then fucking bounce out. See you, bye.
Well, I guess, what can you say?
Biden says, hold my beer.
What's that?
Let's go, Brandon. That's
hold
all
my
I'm gonna
beer.
say.
Let's go, Brandon. Well, that's funny. Well, he super sucked.
Yeah, got him riled. Well, yeah, that's disrespectful as hell, man. I've never seen some stupid shit like that, except for, Captain Pedo from Megadeth, who had to go to watch a freaking football game.
Well, he did do an hour.
Who did? Captain Pedo? No, he didn't.
Yeah, it was exactly an hour.
David Eggleston, he dropped off 30 minutes in and left his flunky, whatever the dude from
No, he was on there
Pawn Stars on with us.
No, you got to review the episode. Review the game tape, man. He was on an hour.
Watch the episode, brother. He was 35 minutes, and he.
No, it was an hour.
Captain Pedo. Joe Pedo. That's what we should call him. It's all good. Now we get to hang out.
Well, this is the opposite of last week.
I know. The last week we went on forever, huh?
Hey, it happens, Some people enjoy it. Some people, I don't know. I don't know what he's, doing. I thought it might be kind of cool for Tucson people. And, I really don't know exactly, what he's done, but I've heard a little bits here and there. And, I figured it might be cool. And it was for about 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he started off with how much he hated Tucson, but what's up from Streeter, Illinois, Robbie? How did it feel getting back on kicking ass on the stage? Drake, telling it like it is. You know it, Dave. You know all about it, dude. By the way, happy late birthday, Mr. Jack Russell, man. He just celebrated a birthday.
Yeah, he did.
Birthday, brother.
He did. It was good to get back. It was, again. And Jack really did really well. He sang really well. I mean, I didn't really expect him to sing as well as he did, to tell you the truth. I thought, it's going to take a bit, but he was kind of back in the saddle. Yeah, he wasn't moving around. That's okay. As long as he sings, that's all we really care about. And it's going to take some time. And I actually didn't think he'd be getting around as well as he was, the way he made it sound. So it was definitely a cool thing. It was good.
Jennifer says we should get Rudy Sarzo back on to talk about being back with Quiet Riot.
Yeah.
I love Rudy Sarzo, but I wouldn't piss on the guys from Quiet Riot to walk across the street, dude. They were horrible when they were here and horrible to deal with.
Brett Cox. Oh, well, whatever. Next.
Next. Check.
Brett Cox is a man of few words.
Yeah.
But
my kind of guy right there.
he calls it like he sees it.
Right. Char Allen, what's happening, Veronica? Mark Weiss just posted something about Jack Russell 54. Yeah. Jack's had a rough go, man. And I'm glad to see that he's got his voice and he's still being able to take the stage, man.
Yeah, it was good. Well, I think we're going to have him on here in probably 2 weeks with Byron was the plan. I got to lock it down with those guys. That'll be cool, like a little Christmas special. And we'll let them do a lot of talking because they'll have a lot of stories between the two of them from being out on tour and stuff they did. I'll be just kind of kick back and let them talk and interject every once in a while.
Right. I think we're going to try to get Luis Maldonado back on here too.
Yes.
He's got a lot to talk about, man, leaving Train and going to Foreigner.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear more. I mean, I want everybody else to be here. I mean, I talk to Luis. We keep in touch with him, but I think it'll be great. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I get the random drop text. Hey, brother, miss you. Hope you're well. Love you, Luis. I'm like, love you too, brother. Hope you're doing good, man, because he's burning up the streets on that Foreigner tour, man. They're putting on some dates.
Yeah, they're done though. The tour is over.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Good. So he's getting a little break and some home time now for Christmas.
Yeah, he's getting some home time and stuff, so that's cool. And it'll be great to have him on. So he definitely wants to do it. We're just gonna look at some dates, possibly next week, because I mean, right now next week is kind of in flux. But there's a couple possibilities. I won't talk about who, but we do have some big names that we're hoping. It's just hard to get people to lock down to the dates sometimes. So
it's becoming harder, and it's weird because nobody's really getting that any more active, but it is becoming harder to get locked down. Yeah. Got to go to Home Depot, brother. I've been at Home Depot and Lowe's like 38 times this week. I feel your pain. Trust me. Building that bar and redesigning the whole golf course has been nothing but one big lumber trip. Give some kudos to Milton Cox. I don't know who Milton Cox is, but kudos, brother. I guess we're chiming in on a conversation that's already going on. Silver, yeah, you missed it. He bowed out 21 minutes into the show. Need to get George Lynch on the show. That would be interesting.
Yeah, could be interesting. I'm not sure how that would go.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of those, like Sebastian Bach, it's like, all right, well, could be an interesting show. It could require me to take medication before the end of it. I don't know.
We could get beat up in the process. I don't know.
ADHD is a real thing, bro. I'm telling you.
It's a real thing. Been there, done that.
All right, Brian Lee Skinner. Well, Robbie, now it's time for you to tell me a story, your backstory. Robbie's from Tucson. He's the greatest guitarist on the planet. The end.
Right. His loss. Yep, his loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there just wasn't really anything more. I guess there was nothing there. Ding, 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 ding. There was nothing, man.
Yeah, we did Don Dawkin on the show, actually. We
had Don, yeah. There's a bunch of other people we know we got to get, it's just sometimes we get busy, John 5 would be great. I know Nancy Sales can help us out with John and a few other people. You know, we'll just keep working it as long as we can. A lot of the people
Right.
we get because we know. I mean, I don't really know Eddie Spaghetti, but I mean, I know him from back in the day, sort of. And then somebody had from Tucson who knew him had mentioned it, and I thought, you know what, people in Tucson might remember him, might get a kick out of it. But he did badmouth Tucson when he first got on, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that goes over with a lot of people.
So Sammy Hagar is somebody. So all right, Kimberly. Sammy just played Billy Bob's in Dallas, Texas. I had tickets to go to the show and could not get away from the golf course to go, but I was really going to try to bend as many ears as possible to make that happen. I just couldn't get there. Sorry. Kip Winger would be awesome. Yeah, we know Kip.
Kip
Why don't
would
we
be
get
cool.
Kip? Kip would be a fun show.
Kip would be
Dude,
Sammy Hagar would be stellar. You kidding me? That'd be stellar.
dude, I
That'd
was
be
so disappointed I couldn't go to the show. Like, I got
yeah.
free tickets to go to Sammy with radio VIP, you know what I mean? And it's like, I couldn't get out of the course in time to go. It just
Ace
sucked.
Vaughn Johnson. You know what? Yeah, I got Ace's number. I could hit him up. I know Ace.
Why don't we
Forgot
get
him.
Ace Frehley, dude?
Yeah. I don't think Ace Frehley, I've met Ace Frehley before, and I couldn't really get him to say much.
Well,
I saw him at a NAM show, and I started talking to him, and he really didn't say a lot, but he was cool to me, but he just was kind of, yeah, kind of like, yeah, get the fuck away from me, kid. But
well, Dan gave us his number. We should reach out to him. Dan McNay gave me his number.
Ace Frehley's?
Ace Frehley and Eric Singer was on that list.
Oh, really? Oh, shoot. Then
Yep.
what are you waiting on, me?
I don't know, dude. I get tied up doing stuff. You know how it goes.
Oh, get tied up. It's something that goes on between you and the wifey poo, I see.
Oh.
Oh,
What
he's
happens
getting
in the
tied up
bedroom
again.
stays in the bedroom.
What's that?
What happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom.
Oh, unless there's a video camera. Alvin Bishop would be a good, yeah.
Electric prunes, that would be fun. You know who I really want to go after is Lizzie Hale.
Yeah,
Yeah, from Hailstorm.
yeah.
Super cool chick, super easy to talk to. Had her for a show up in Scottsbluff, put her in a little bar, and man, they rocked the house down. And she had, what's her name? The little chick who played on The Grinch. Now she's got her own band. Taylor Momsen with her, and it was a great show. And she's got that Pretty Reckless band. Taylor Momsen.
Oh, yeah, they're badass.
Yeah, they're really badass. That'd be a fun one
You should
too.
reach back out to Shania Twain. We were trying to get her on in the very, very beginning, and she said, what was the comment? It's not a no, it's just a no for right now. So
just
now
no
that
for right now. Yeah.
it's been a year and a half.
Yes, Shania. I will. I'll reach back out to her and see what she says.
Shania would be great. Vinny
It'd be
Appice,
fun.
you know, I have Vinny's number too. I haven't reached out to Vinny because he has his own show, and I feel kind of like, is he going to want to do it? If you know, but Vinny would be a riot.
Yeah, Vinny would be fun. Yeah, we'll reach back out to Shania, and let's just go balls deep, man.
Oh, today's Nita Strauss's birthday. Nancy had reached out to Nita, and she was saying she'd come on in January. So hopefully that'll happen.
In January?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember us talking about that right before the show.
So, I mean, maybe I'll reach out to Vinny. But you know what? I think I'll be seeing him. We're doing a show. I'll be seeing him in January. Maybe I'll wait till I see him in person and feel it out. Vinny would be good. He'll scare the crap out of all of us, but he'd be good. That's his personality. Talk to
Jennifer.
those girls. Blush.
I love Jennifer, but Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, I mean, I've got pull, but how much pull do you think I got, Jen? Honestly.
Yeah, Alan Jackson. Well, his guitar player, right?
Right.
And that would be great. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it would be great to have Benny MacArthur on here, George Strait's guitar player.
Oh, it's George Strait. Yeah, George Strait. Yeah.
He'd be great. You guys got to check it out, man.
you get inside information from somebody who maybe their name isn't quite as known, but has been around everybody. Those are some of the best ones because you get some really good insight, and it's usually not tempered with,
Yeah.
political correctness.
Guys, check it out. Go on YouTube and check out Dance Hall Devil by the State Line Band and Benny MacArthur. The guy's freaking incredible. Incredible. Hey, while you're at it,
Kenny
get Kenny
Chesney.
Chesney. Yeah.
Remember. You mean remember or remember?
Remember. Well, let's just get Garth, Brenda says. Well, why
Jonathan
don't we?
Siegel? Who's Jonathan Siegel, Kathleen? I'm not sure who that is.
Guitarist. He also
Alford.
lived in Tucson. Chip's a cool guy. We did Chips enough, actually. We already had him on the show. Yep. Mark Slaughter. Did we have Mark on the show?
We did have Mark Slaughter. Oh, yeah. Mark was great.
We did have Mark on the show. Yeah. God, I can't remember, dude. It's been so many shows. It's stupid. All right. So we've had twice as many viewers with us just sitting here talking shit than we did with him on the show. That makes me feel bad, though, dude. Honestly.
Makes you feel what?
Makes me feel bad.
What do you mean?
Yeah, dude, I mean, we don't do all this just to be. I mean, it's a lot of process to do all this shit.
Yeah.
And to keep doing it since what, April of last year?
Yeah.
For that kind of shit. Just, anyway, let it go. Let's come back with another guest next week, a real guest. Yes, we all remember Dante Fox. Absolutely.
Dante Fox.
Brenda says, let's get Larry lasagna. Marty ravioli.
I like that. Michael Lutz says never apologize for someone else's B.
Yeah. Lutz is my guy. I love that guy.
Judas Priest Rock. I think Robbie played for him.
Yeah, you played with Halford.
Yeah,
you know what? Halford, dude.
I don't have his number anymore. I had his number, and I mean, I had Gene Simmons' number, Eddie Money's number. Of course, Eddie Money's no longer around. All these got lost. I don't know how, but
I know.
It's
and I'm sitting here literally thinking about all the people I've worked for, and I'm like, man, I need to figure out. I've got them all on my phone number in my phone, and I scroll through my phone. I'm like, oh yeah, I got that guy, or oh yeah, I got that guy, and then but it's hard. Some of them, like, because they're big, like a Shania. It's like you don't just go, hey, you want to be on my show? Because it doesn't work that way.
No.
There's channels, and there's agents, and there's managers, and there's this.
It's not that simple.
So it's not just, hey, come on my show, So otherwise, I'd go after like a Garth or George or Tim.
Well, thank you, Silver.
What's that?
She says you two are interesting yourselves.
Thanks, Silver.
Darby Mills.
What are you two asking for Santa this year?
Santa.
For this show to become a success and pay our bills. Please, Santa. Santa, baby.
We did have Eddie Money's kid on here, and I liked him a lot. I really liked him. He was just a good guy. And I would say, if you haven't checked him out, check him out. He's, worth checking out and supporting the cause. Contact their agents. It's not necessarily the agent. It's generally the manager or publicist.
Yeah, that's who the holdup is. So here's how it works, honestly. All right. So for those guys, for the big names, even though we have contact with them, we know them, whatever, it is Kristen McLaughlin saying, yeah. It is, you've got to get permission because they've got to pay their dues too. And there's people that get paid for them to do these things. So numbers and support and things like that really pay off on getting those bigger names. Now, obviously, a lot of them want to do it, but sometimes their contracts make it to where they cannot do it. So it's very hard. Like right now, we're dealing with Jody Best on Def Leppard and Joe Elliott. And Joe Elliott just did a song, and they just released a song. And then you got Rick Allen, who's doing art, and they want to promote the art. But there's all kinds of channels that we have to go through before we get the okay. So, and these are things that we literally work on every day. Management is usually the issue. It is absolutely, Kristen. Robbie, when are you going to come out here? When are you going to come out here, Robbie?
Come out where?
Here, bro.
And check out your bar and do some shots on the
Yeah,
bar.
to the homestead. Come out to the home, bro. Come hang out at the lake.
Do some fishing on the lake.
Do some fishing. Hang out at the bar. Maybe do a little acoustic guitar. Right? Be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it would be.
We could get some people down here, can't we, Kristen? Jennifer, I know you guys would come down. We should build something like that.
Carla Rice wants Eddie. Eddie who?
Eddie. Play some golf.
I've never golfed other than miniature golf, so I don't know.
Yeah, Eddie Money's son was really nice. He was a cool dude.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Very humble, very genuine personality. I wish nothing but the best for him.
So I think what we ought to do is we ought to get you and the missus, Jessica, to come on out, hang out for a few days, and let's have some fun. We'll put you over, do a couple acoustic shows. We'll build it. I'll promote it. We'll throw some billboards up on it and have some fun, unless your management doesn't allow you.
Let's see, who's my manager? Oh, it's me.
That's where I'm going with that.
I might not let it. I might not allow it. No.
Yeah, Jess. See, Jess wants to do it. Be a nice little break for you. We'll get you guys some airfare, put you up at a nice hotel, and we'll have some fun. Actually, we got another lake house we could probably put you at.
Oh, wow. That'd be cool.
Yeah, get to spend some time out on the lake. Now you're in trouble because Jess is in for it. She says yes.
CJ Snare. CJ would be cool. Yeah, CJ.
We should circle back around to Bill Leverty too, man. I like Bill.
Yeah.
It's been a year and a half since we had him on. He'd be fun.
Yeah, cool I don't know if he's got anything new out. If he's got something new out, he'll definitely want to do it. If not,
Bill's got new stuff out like every month, dude. CJ would be fun. I'm already ready for almost in my head.
Or even Michael. I mean, they're all cool guys. I like those guys a lot. They're all super friendly. Every time we play with them, they're just like cool.
Big fan of Firehouse. I've had them on a stage twice, and both times they absolutely played their asses off and were completely just professional and gentlemen and very easy to deal with. Love them all. They did fantastic.
Yeah.
Very happy with those guys. And I'll put them on a stage again. You know how I am, dude. I'm kind of like a rinse and repeat kind of guy.
Yeah.
All right. So Brenda says, let's vote on past favorite guests. I am going to say my favorite guest on this show has either been Tawny, obviously.
Tawny was good.
Tawny, and probably because of what's gone down with that. And then Brian Ray.
Brian Ray was really good. Tawny. Luis was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Joey Allen was a lot of fun.
Joey was a blast.
Bill Leverty was great. Man, there was so many of them that were actually really good. Magic Marino was really good, right?
He was like talking with like the Maharishi, or like he made me like so calm and zen. I haven't reached out to Magic in a while. I should, because
we went
there for a while.
2.5 hours with him. Isn't that right?
There for a while. He was teaching me this new Cubase system on like how they do this audio scoring for movies and records, and like every week we were meeting via Zoom and he was teaching me, and we kind of fell apart. But Don McLean was your favorite, huh? He was fun.
Don McLean was great. I mean, there's so many good ones. I can't. It's hard to
see. Don's hard for me because I interviewed him from my toilet faithfully on the air.
Leroy.
The day of Buddy Holly's anniversary.
Gray. Totally Gray. Gray was great. Gray was really cool. Ken Mary. Yep, Ken Mary was awesome.
Ken Mary was great. Kristen says Jack Fauchot. I would say he surprised me too. He was extremely humble, and we Stay.
I
Actually,
vote for Eddie
stay in touch.
Spaghetti.
He has been my favorite. Between him and Joe Petto. What's his name? David Eggleston? The that was him, right? From Megadeth. My other favorite, least guest.
Oh, who let the
Yeah.
dogs out?
Yeah.
Dion.
Gotta love him. Dion. I hope you don't mean Celine Dion. I got bad blood with Celine.
That's why we should get her on.
I don't think it'll go that good because she hates me and I hate her.
I know it'd be a great show.
We are not fans of each other. Probably never will be. Yeah, she probably doesn't even remember me.
She probably doesn't. You kidding me? She's too self-absorbed to think beyond, you know. Oh, but then again, she might, because sometimes when somebody actually talks back to them, that'll stick in their head more than anything, more than
Right.
everybody else, you know. That'll be the one fly in the ointment that's like, I'm gonna get that guy someday.
Yeah. I kicked her out of a limousine and called her a pampered princess bitch. But other than that, see, I agree, dude. And I've been hounding you ever since you put out the damn video, Hold the Line, that we need Robin McCauley on the show.
I
Give
agree.
me his number. I will get him on here.
You know what? I'll give you his number and let you try and get him on.
I love
I
Robin
can't get him to
McCauley.
do. I talked to him about it, and he's super nice. The guy is just super nice, but he just kind of just goes off elsewhere, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to push it. I can't get him to commit to it, so I'm like, yeah, okay. But he's super cool. I mean, he would be great. I had him in here singing that song. He was a great hang, but he just kind of like,
You know, Chris Cuomo has some time. He's going to have a lot of time.
Wait a minute, what's that?
They said, I heard Chris Cuomo has some free time.
Him and Andrew. We'll get them both on here.
Robin McCauley's coming out with a new album called Black Swan. Brother, we got to get him on here.
Oh, he's got a new one coming out?
He will want $6 million for the interview. I hope not.
Vinny Vincent. Yeah, right.
That would be yeah. Yeah, it was a funny story throwing Celine Dion out of my car. Man, she was whoosh.
I don't know. If you got Andrew or Chris Como on here, they might be grabbing your ass, Drake. I don't know. What are you going to do?
Right. Well, I'm too old for David Eggleston. I got to go watch football, he said.
Jeff Keith. Yep, Jeff Keith is great.
Yeah. Marty Macaroni. What's great? Like, dude, like everybody that asked me this week, I got to be honest with you, all right? Everybody who asked me this week, they're like, hey, man, who's on the show this week? Who's on the show this week? And I'm like, Eddie Spaghetti. They're like, you don't want to tell us? I'm like, no, that's literally the dude's name.
And you know what? Maybe he had a panic attack and freaked out and jumped off. It could have happened.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all good.
It's all good, man. We're all part of the same.
I lowered the boom, but I'm also hot-tempered at times, I've been told.
I've been super suckered in Vegas with Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I can't talk about what happened in Vegas. My mom's right here, see? Weird Al.
Weird Al. Man, Weird Al would be a riot.
I would love to have Weird Al on. Kimberly, what's up? How you doing? Who's next week's guest?
We're not 100% sure. It's probably going to be Luis Maldonado. I'm going to make sure. I dropped the ball. I had this week planned for him, and I should have reached out to him a long time ago. And I literally just did it today. And he's like, oh, he wants to do it, but he wants to make sure his schedule's clear. So hopefully he will, because Luis will be great. You know, Weird Al's guitar player. Hook it up, Dave Wood. Hook it up. That'd be cool.
He said Eddie Spaghetti was on the sauce, dude.
Was that
That's
marinara
great.
sauce or Del Brom? Who's Del Brom? Yeah.
Nah, he's probably a super cool dude. He maybe had a panic attack, or I don't know. Who knows? He said something about his kid needing help, so hopefully everything's
It
all
looked
right.
like he was having a panic attack, honestly.
And
So,
anxiety
or
kind
maybe
of
not. Maybe he was
babysitting.
just being a prick, you know? Maybe he was
Yeah,
just like,
maybe.
I'm too good for this.
Right.
But it
And
looked
it
to me
goes.
like he just panicked and he just had to get out. So I was like, okay, you know, I get it.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what
That
it is.
happens to people, man. It happens. So
Wish
I
him the
don't
best.
I don't judge anybody. I try not to. Try not to until you're in their shoes, right? You don't really know.
Yeah, we need Richard Starkey before he exits the planet too. That would be fantastic.
How did you get the name Eddie Spaghetti? He's not on here, so who are you asking? Maybe Drake can answer that question. Can you answer that? I wanted to ask that, but I don't think maybe you can answer that question.
Well, I think it had to do with Super Suckers and Linguini.
Uh-huh.
That's where I think it came from. So yeah, yeah, we'll find out who's going to come on this week. Maybe he just didn't use his noodles. Ooh, that was a Daleism. That's what that was. That time I did a video of myself, I looked horrible and I freaked out. So you had a panic attack. You may have panic attack. You know.
Oh, what kind of video is she talking about? I
I
mean,
I don't know, but
that
I think
sounds a
she
little.
sent me a copy and I get IP rights on it. Maybe forgot his meatballs, man. You guys are great. My first Dave Axeman, Michael Schenker. Michael Schenker would
I
be
want to get
badass.
Barry Sparks on here, but I can't get him to do it because he says his
I know,
Wi-Fi
right?
sucks where he's at. And it probably does. He's in the middle of nowhere, Texas. But Barry Sparks, come on,
Dude,
Tucson.
drive to my house. We can do it from here, bro. He's not that far away.
He isn't?
No, he's up by Sherman, isn't he? Like
I forget where he's at. He looks like he's in the middle of nowhere. It looks pretty cool.
everywhere in the middle of Texas, the middle of nowhere, bro.
Barry
You
would
walk
be
out my door,
great.
it
He
looks
would
like the
be
middle
a
of nowhere.
great hang. Somebody from Tucson who's really done something, you know?
You know what? Let's just go after Ted, dude. I wonder how Ted would do on the show.
I'd love to have Ted. You kidding me? He was my first concert.
Let's do it, man.
He might be shooting bows and arrows and shooting guns at us, but hey, you know, let's do it, Ted.
Yeah, I love Ted, man. Iran. That's weird that Rafa, are you from Iran? Because we just had a couple walk into the golf course today talking to us, and they said they just moved to San Angelo from Iran, Texas. Everything in yeah, Nuge for sure. So Nuge uses our studios up in Waco to record a lot of his stuff. So we could definitely, and I've got his sister and brothers and all them in my phone. We could just reach out and try. Why not? He loves being on. Yeah, we had
We
Mark
had
Slaughter
Mark
on a few
Slaughter
weeks
on,
ago.
and he was great. I loved the Mark Slaughter show. It's one of my
I do
favorites.
too. Actually, you know what? I wasn't looking that forward to it, and when we got done with it, he was definitely one of my favorites.
He was amazing. I told you he was going to be. The guy is just like he's so down to earth. And I only met him one time, but he came right up to me and he was just the nicest guy. And he complimented me on the record I did with Jack and stuff. We did the record that Jack Russell's Great White record, and he was just the sweetest guy. I thought, man, this guy, he has no reason to be this nice to me. I mean, other than we're
Professional
all humans,
courtesy.
but he was
Yeah.
just super cool, and he was the same way on the show. Now his partner in crime, he would be great on the show too, because Dana,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's got a lot of stories too. I mean, he's got a
I've
lot of history.
I've reached out to Dana Strum so many times, dude, and haven't gotten any response. I got him in phone number, email, everything, and just got no response from him. So I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong number. Who knows?
Maybe.
I originally met Mark Slaughter at a club in Denver called the Bengals, and they were playing there on a whatever you call it, Battle of the Bands night or whatever. He was cool back then. Bobby Rock, that dude's a trip. He's a trip. We had him with Lita at your show. He was playing drums for her, and I don't know. He hit on my wife quite a bit. So whatever.
Richie Blackmore. Oh, Richie Ramone. Oh, Richie Ramone. Why did I see Richie Blackmore? I'm reading Blackmore because I love Blackmore, but Blackmore would probably just shred us.
I don't know. I can shred pretty hard too, bro. Uncle Ted just did the Joe Rogan show. We should try it. Why not? Let's put a shot in it. If you guys know anybody, let it happen. Took Yeah, I know. Well, I've been trying to get Nuge on a stage, like literally for the last 5 years. And now I'm in West Central Texas, and this town is like really kind of liberal. And I don't know how he would do here right now because of the climate and the culture and the cancel culture and the woke culture and the dementia culture. I don't know how he would do here right now. Lita Ford. I have talked to Lita numerous times. Lita is a beautiful, very nice person, but she just does not feel comfortable going on camera. On our show, anyway.
Yeah, on our show.
Nikki Six, Brett Michaels, Millie from Steelheart. Hey, dude, you know Millie, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Kind of.
And we know Brett, obviously.
Brett ain't gonna happen. We could get Brett if we got any of the guys from Def Leppard. That would enable us to get Brett Michaels, but he wouldn't do it unless we got somebody of that caliber.
Well, I think we have. I mean,
well, that's true, but
Brian Ray, 30-year guitarist with Paul McCartney. That's I'll put him up over Def Leppard any day.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you playing with Paul McCartney and the Wayans brothers.
Brian Ray was great, and don't get me wrong, but I mean, Def Leppard. I mean, it's
Paul McCartney, Def Leppard.
Well, but that's Paul McCartney,
Yeah,
Paul
but we're not talking about Joe Elliott. We're talking about,
that's Joe
Rick
Elliott.
Allen. Yeah.
Joe Elliott or Rick Allen. Those guys are Def Leppard. You know what I mean? Have been Def Leppard for all these years. So I don't mean to upset the mob here, but Eddie Spaghetti has a very impressive resume, including the Tonight Show. Rolling Stone did the main song to the movie Basketball. Is good friends with Eddie Vedder. Willie Nelson personally.
That's all true and great, but
that's fantastic, but that does us no good.
Yeah, and nothing against him. I wish him the best of luck in life. It is what it is. Joan Jett would be fun. Absolutely. All right, so I got to wrap it up. Let's figure out what we're going to do next week. Hopefully it'll be Luis Maldonado from Foreigner. Nugent moved because DNR. Yeah. Nugent lives right outside of Waco now. He sold his ranch that was butted up against George Bush.
Zoltan. I love Zoltan.
That'd be badass. Hey, I thought we were supposed to get the dude from, wasn't it Korn? Was it Zoltan?
Eddie just texted me. Said he's sorry about that. I think he had a panic attack.
That's all good, man.
Yeah, no big deal. I mean, that's why I was like, it's cool.
It's all good. All right. Book Betty Spaghetti. Remember her, he said. Kimberly said. All right. Dirty Honey, we're actually working on getting them. Yes. That is somebody that I've been emailing back and forth with about.
We're trying to get Blas Elias. I was trying to get him. He said he was gonna do it, and then I don't know. I love Blas. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Blas would be great. All right, send me over Robin McCauley's number. I'll get him on here.
All right.
I'll promise him a bunch of free spins on the radio for his new album.
Oh, cool. There you go.
Yeah, it is weird sometimes being on camera. Trust me. I got a face for radio. Joe Santiani. Yeah, that'd be great. Ted, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love y'all, man. And we'll do it again next week.
Peace. Hopefully.